TV messing up this Best Buy calling me. You just talk. Let me answer because I got to tell him Mia's at the house. I swear. Okay, my wife's there. Okay. All right, I'll text her, but yeah, we need you. All right, bye.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
All right, coming up in 10 minutes, What's Bugging You, sponsored by Atco Pest Control. And right now, I welcome in Dan Dibley and
The
Mark
fellas.
Grandi. And Grandi, I need you to just lay out for a second here because I'm going to a fellow media veteran here. Dibs, Guru took a personal call today on the air because he was getting his television fixed, and it interrupted the show. Funny or unprofessional?
Both. But,
I love Dibs. That's my guy.
Well, the reason why it's unprofessional is obvious, but the reason why it's funny is also obvious, and it's only funny because it's the goo. Now, if you do it, or if I do it, God forbid, it's not funny. It's annoying. It's inappropriate. It's quite frankly pathetic. But when the goo takes a call live on the air, it's both funny and unprofessional.
Now, it is amazing the way the rules just don't apply to him at times. You know, he can virtually accost Steph Curry outside the Chase Center, and it's funny.
But it's great.
Anybody else
Steph
does
wouldn't
it.
have it any other way. Exactly,
It's a
Steiny.
dangerous situation.
We've actually talked about this on our show, Grandi in for Willard today. Grandi part of the family, but our boss coaches all of us differently, and we all act toward the boss completely differently. For example, the way you, Matt, have talked to and about Nahigian over the last couple of days is something that I don't have license to do, and you and Nahigian have a unique relationship, as we all do with the boss. So the things that you've said to and about and around him, quite inflammatory. Well, for me, but I have a different relationship with him.
Sure. Let me ask Grandi. I'll bring all you guys in. Don't you think we should put a limit on the number of times the guy can come into a studio and essentially interrupt the show?
Well, your guys' show is the only one with that problem, it seems.
Right.
Oh.
I mean, it happened yesterday, it happened today, right?
Hey.
Yeah.
It's happened about 3 or 4 times this week.
But what if I do it different? I think he wants to be a part of it.
I know he does.
And
it's not necessarily a bad thing.
You thought you're young. You thought it was bad, but Dibs is good. He lights up a little bit when he comes in. So I think there's an attraction, something in here magnetic.
Why don't you buy him a drink?
Well, yeah.
Dibs, have you heard us talking about our drink segment? Oh, boy. He came in.
No, I came in a little bit late to it. And
you want to tell him, Steiny, we got to get his.
I felt a little bit left out, quite frankly. You know, you come into a segment.
All right, I'm going to bring you in.
You don't get that proper,
because we got a youngster in here with
catch up, you know. So
Steiny said to the people, you know, when you buy somebody a drink, male or female at the bar, that person, not obligated, but kind of obligated, should come over and say thank you. And I said, no, Steiny, when you do something like that, out of the kindness of your heart and where the world is and society is now, you shouldn't expect that. And if that person turned the drink down, you still have the license to go be friendly and say, hello, Grandi, how are you doing? And it just took a life of its own. The boss came in, but 50 million people, including women, called and gave their, thoughts on it. And I advised my daughter, if a guy were to send you a drink, you are not obligated to, if you take the drink, to go say hello or thank you. You can give the nod and you're fine. Your thoughts on that? And
nod,
yours, Grandi.
Tip of the cap.
Okay.
Point. You could do the Sammy Sosa. Tap, tap, kiss, kiss, point, point. You don't have to go over there and give that person. Yeah, you can. Anything that is an acknowledgement. Just, the Larry David, eyebrows. Just a little something. That's all.
You know what?
That is great.
Can we bring in somebody who this actually might matter to?
Okay.
Somebody who doesn't have a wife.
Okay, gotcha.
Can we go to a single guy?
The Grandi man.
You are on the spot, and I don't care.
I will say, if I buy a woman a drink at a bar,
yes,
and she comes over to say thanks, and then that's it, No, I don't even come over and say thanks to me. If you're coming over, just say thanks for the drink.
A new wrinkle.
And then you're done. Like thanks, but no thanks. No, just don't even make eye contact. Okay. Don't even say thanks. No head nod.
But I'm shocked, Grandi, because now you've done what
if you're going to come over and we're going to chat for a while, sure, yeah, come over, say thanks, and then we'll start the conversation. But if you're not interested from the beginning, just stay the hell away.
But I don't know what I'm interested in, and that's why I'm telling you to refrain on gestures.
But if you don't know, then yeah, come over and let's figure it out. But if you know already, then no.
But take it from an OG. I'm telling you, what you're doing is you're making it look like it's a gesture out of the kindness of your heart with expectations. And that's what I was telling Steiny. Just because somebody says, I don't want the drink or I do it because that's what you want to do, not because you expect something. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, hey, Goo, I actually, for the record, I bought Grandi a drink last week, and he said thank you. So,
well, there and see.
Yeah. Chris M.
And the bar messed up.
Chat.
You actually gave me 2. How about that?
Wow.
That's right. 2 for 1.
Chris M. says, Grandi don't got time to waste.
Oh,
I like it.
I got to move on to other options. Yeah. That's what's going on here.
You. Oh, man. We had a lot of fun.
Well, no Luka tonight.
Doubtful now.
Doubtful. What about Kuminga?
And Wiggins. Kuminga and Wiggins are both questionable.
What's up with Wig?
Wiggins hurt his ankle.
He played 5 straight games.
Yeah, he went to I saw him.
Missed the fourth quarter
no
last
doubt,
night.
You're right. Kuminga is the one I'm focused on. I just want him to come back so he's not rusty when they do get this game.
Oh, he'll be rusty.
This play-in game.
Oh, he'll be rusty.
Well, if he comes back tonight, then we got, 5 more games for him to get
Oh, you mean rusty for the postseason?
Yeah, no doubt.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, he probably won't even play in the postseason.
Stop. That was last year.
They're trying to win games.
Yeah.
Dibs,
he'll be okay, but I am wondering, where is Kuminga? Not Waldo. Where is Kuminga?
Well, he's on the shelf, and I think that he should stay there. And this is something that Grandi and I are going to get into as far as what you're expecting over the course of the last 6 games. For me, I can't help but think about 2 years ago, and Steiny got me primed on this point a couple of months ago. A big reason why they won the title is because they got rest, because they were fresh, and now they're 2 years older. So I'm not so worried about can they chase down the 8 seed, which is a long shot, and we'll get into how likely it is that they're going to get the 8. If you're going to be in the 9-10 anyway, rest Kuminga, load manage Steph, keep Draymond from getting thrown out again, give Chris Paul a chance to bubble wrap and be fresh for the games that actually matter. Now, tonight is big. If you lose tonight, then I do think you really start to downshift and get into load management the rest of the way.
I agree.
I'm with you there. Grandi?
Yeah, Kings have Boston tonight.
Yeah,
man.
Kings could lose in Boston.
No
you
doubt.
could win in Dallas.
We talked about it.
You could be right on their heels.
Yeah.
You could be. I mean, you could legitimately sneak up to the 8. You're going to need things to break your way.
8? Oh, you're thinking 8.
I mean, you're a game and a half behind the Lakers. You have a game against them coming up. If you win that, you got the tiebreaker against the Lakers, and you don't have the tiebreaker against the Kings. You would have to actually jump them in the standings, but if you're only a game behind them after tonight, like anything's possible through 5 more games.
Well, give me this, and you got to go play the game. But let's say they don't get to 8th, and that 9th is at Sacramento as opposed to the Lakers. To me, Warrior fans should throw confetti, like just from a mental standpoint. Dibs, I'm like, it ain't Anthony Davis or Bron. You got Sack. Man, that to me, I didn't see that on the horizon.
Yeah, I'm not with you there. I think a road play-in is a road play-in, and maybe the matchup will be a touch more advantageous, but it's still a flip of the coin.
No Malik Monk, Steiny Guru.
And I still go back to last year when the Golden State Warriors took a 3-2 lead against the Sacramento Kings.
That's
and we're coming
fault.
here on a Friday to put the series away.
You're right.
And the Kings, in a game that nobody gave them any chance
You
in,
and I, don't stop
they
believing.
came in and beat the Warriors and that win cost the series against the Lakers.
Was that the game you guys just spent the whole show singing?
Yes, Grandi.
Yeah.
Don't. This dude was in rare form. Look,
That's
he's
a great
ashamed.
show.
He's ashamed.
It all. Hey, how about a little? We got the Atco Pest Control coming up in 2 minutes. What's bugging you? And one of the themes today has been how much non-sports can you talk? I got one more non-sports thing, and it is unbelievably uplifting. It is incredible. And that's how I want to end that part of the show. Did you hear about the dog in San Diego?
No.
Dibs, get this, man. A family had a dog in San Diego. Misty, I think or Mitzi. It was little Mitzi. It was a little, not a little dog, but it was a little dog. Last year, ran away. ran away.
Gone.
And they put up signs, hey, if you see little Misty. Well, a day went by, a week went by, a month went by, and little Misty never returned. Fast forward a year later, and Misty shows up in Michigan, 2,000 miles away. And the family found out through a chip if the dog was owned by somebody, and they found out the dog was owned by a family in San Diego. And the family and the dog have now been reunited, and it feels, so good.
Oh.
Did they find out how the dog got that far?
I would love to know.
Well, it didn't take a bus, Grandi.
I mean, it's a long trek.
2,000 miles away.
Oh, my God.
Misty's back in San Diego.
Dibs,
It's
am
incredible.
I wrong
Seriously.
to think maybe they're
Go
not
check it out on
Steiny.
CNN right
How
under
did
that
the dog
blockbuster
get to
jobs
How did it
report.
get to Detroit, Dibs?
Harper's fan.
Southwest? I don't know. How did the dog get there?
Well, there's no way the dog walked there. Do you realize how many tennis ball throws and fetches that is between San Diego and Michigan? The dog somehow either you remember those old cartoons where you had the hobo with the stick and all its belongings onto the end of the stick? I'm picturing this dog jumping trains from San Diego to Michigan. And you know what? Here's a hot take. If the dog ran away all the way to Michigan, the dog doesn't want to live with you in San Diego.
Boy.
Anyway, there's a feel good.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and I found a way to turn it negative, so there you
That's
go.
all right. That's all right. No, not that one. Well, two things here. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. You know it. We're always live on that free Odyssey app, Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. And that means it's also time, because it's 2 o'clock on a Friday. What's bugging you?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Atco Pest Control. What's bugging you? And I say we go age before beauty. So we'll go to Grandi first.
The
He's
youngster.
the youngest.
Yes.
All right, what's bugging me today? So I normally get here around 11 most days, leave around 7. So I bring a lunch.
Yeah.
That's how I save some money. But I normally go home and I make dinner myself. Don't want to go out and buy dinner or buy a lunch every single day. But yesterday I was working Warriors, so I was here late. So I needed to make a plan for lunch and dinner.
Gotcha.
So I was like, you know what? I'll just go to Chipotle down the street.
My
and
spot.
I'll get some dinner. And I know that things around here are expensive, and I was probably going to be out close to 20. You know how it goes. $18 for a bowl and chips at Chipotle. $18.
Wow.
I remember 8 years ago at Oregon, when I was at the University of Oregon, I could get a bowl for $6.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? Why is everything nearly $20 to get a meal around
Be more
here?
specific.
And gas,
What you mean
Grandi.
by bowl?
A bowl with rice and chicken and beans and,
I got you.
all the
Everything-
toppings.
Don't talk to Steiny.
Not a
Everything's
burrito,
good
but just
in
the
our
bowl.
world.
A
Yeah, I'm
burrito
with
bowl.
you. $18 bucks,
$18 for one meal.
Damn. He's hot.
That's what's
Be
bugging
careful,
me.
Gil.
Yeah.
It's too expensive.
Be careful with
I'm
how you
over it.
characterize things.
Yeah.
Dude, I got it right. Who's
Dibs,
next?
you want to go?
Yeah,
You
go
ready?
ahead, baby.
Y'all queued up?
Yeah, I'm all queued up, and this is one that nobody used to care about, but I loved it then, and I'm not thrilled about it now, and it's the scheduling of the women's NCAA tournament.
Really?
The tradition used to be men Saturday and Monday, the women Sunday and Tuesday, and I was fortunate enough to go to a number of Finals Four in a row, and the rhythm would be you'd go to the Saturday doubleheader, and you'd go out after, and it would be a long night. And Sunday would be an off day, and you had the women's semifinals on Sunday to get you through any dehydration or headache that you may be experiencing. The men's final Monday, and then you fly home Tuesday, and you get the women's final on Tuesday. I've been a fan of the women's game for a long time, and I can't remember if it was last year or the year before or just this year. They've moved it to a Friday-Sunday schedule. So the women's semis are today, and the women's final is Sunday at noon. You talk about burying it in the middle of a day where the majority of people aren't locked in on a major sporting event. I think it's an unfortunate scheduling turn. I think that, maybe they think that the ratings will be better. I think that a Sunday-Tuesday format is better than a Friday-Sunday, because come Sunday at noon, unless you're a fan of South Carolina or Iowa, or if UConn beats Iowa or NC State squeaks in, You're not going to lock in for it like you do a Monday night men's final. It's bugging me.
Wow, Dibs, I'm going to say this because I'm a new booty. I'm excited. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm not embarrassed about what's happening. Me and my infinity for women's hoop, but I forgot that it was Sunday and Tuesday. And I'm telling you this, the death knell, Grandi, I mean this, Sunday in noontime, that's a bummer to me. I didn't even know. I thought it might be the evening, but that's crapola right there. You got to get that fixed or take it back to what it used to be.
Yeah, they're making me choose between. They're making me choose between Jesus and Caitlin.
Yeah,
the church.
Yeah,
Steiny.
Yeah,
Sunday at noon. Come on.
Yeah.
Where am I every Sunday?
But it's not Easter. Now that's a different.
Yeah, but.
Dibs, do you really go every Sunday? Butcher asked me that as he was leaving today, and I go, "Is there a camera around here?" I go to church every day. Yeah.
Yeah, weddings and funerals.
What is?
I talk to the Lord every day.
What does that even mean?
That I don't have to go on one dedicated day. I do it every day.
Yeah, no, you don't need it.
That is that's an all-time religious cop-out.
You don't even know how to say thank you to people.
I did the blessing at Norm's. You were there.
It was pretty good, dude.
I look at him. Can I go?
Of course.
This is a travesty what the Los Angeles Dodgers have done. You are one of the most, if not story franchises in baseball, in sports, and a family, the Valenzuelas, went to a Dodger game, didn't know they were going to get Ohtani's first home run ball, and my goodness, the way they were treated and bamboozled and swindled is everything that's wrong with society. And this is coming from a billion-dollar franchise. The way that you did not break them off their lotto ticket for being in the right place at the right time, and me to read Plasky's article in the LA Times is just... I'm just sick of where we're at, Grandi. There's this thing that I grew up in. It's called the 70s and 80s. I want to go back, but the way they tricked this family and came like security and separated them and said, here, take some now and later in envelopes. I'm borrowing from Friday. I just find that just offensive, and I hope by the time I see you gents on Monday, they will get the commas and zeros owed to them for getting that damn ball. Shame on the Dodgers for going cheap. Shame, shame, shame.
Well, the Dodgers.
That's what's bugging me.
The Dodgers reached back out to her, right?
Yeah, after they got embarrassed and pressure.
They're feeling
but you should have did it naturally from the gate.
I'm with you.
Yeah. That's all.
We actually, our great boss, Matt Nahigi, in Second Reference, is trying to get the ball catcher, the retriever, on the show. Guys, I've got a line on
He's pretty good at that, though. He's about 60% on
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. We were supposed to have Cheryl Miller this week. How'd he do with her? Then he said, let's try to get Lisa Leslie. How'd that go? Then he got to China Agumake. He can't even get her.
Shanae.
He got a Stephen A. Smith a few times. Pete Rose.
He was
Don
Stephen A's
Strock.
boss a while ago.
It don't matter.
He bats about 11% on those.
Dick Vermeil. Come on. The boss is delivered.
Oh,
it's your turn.
I'm feeling good. I don't really have much of a guy.
Billy's, you got to have something.
Well, I am getting a little tired of the people that are running down San Francisco. I get it's not perfect, but it's getting better. And if you're not part of the solution, then quit complaining about it. That's it. End of story.
I got you.
You know, San Francisco, I moved out here 30 plus years ago. Is it the same? No. But I still love it here. Yeah. Love it or leave it, guys. Seriously.
There you go.
Yep. Love it or list it. Yeah, good show.
It's not over. We got time. What we got?
Well, we can leave.
Well,
what do you got going on, Steiny? You figure out your plans?
You know what? I was going to go down to the ballpark area for the next couple hours and just take it in. You know what I'm saying?
Did you tell Dibs about
but then I realized it was an hour walk.
Your golfing event tomorrow.
Playing Stone Tree tomorrow. Have you ever played there, Dibs, up in Nevada?
Yeah, I have. It's actually it's located on the grounds that used to be where the Renaissance Fair was, in fact. So when you the front nine, pretty ordinary and flat, fun little track. It's windy in the afternoon.
Dibs, they may be a sponsor. Now tell me about the front nine.
The front nine is an ordinary track. It can get windy in the afternoon. I didn't say it's a dump. I didn't say it was a dog track. I didn't say it was pedestrian. It's a little bit of an out and back. There's some water. There's some barranca. There's some hazards. It's a fun little front. Then you get to the back 9. The 10th hole is about 1,000 yards straight uphill. And then you get out there back where the Ren Fair used to be, and you have about 3 or 4 or 5 spectacular holes, including, hello, friends, I believe it's the 13th hole. It's a meandering par 5 where you wind your way through old growth oak forests and eventually wind into a bunker guarded green. And then 14, a wonderful par 3 over the marsh. It's a risk reward, Steiny, based on where the pin is. You'll love your day at Stone Tree. Hello, friends. And speaking of which, you know what's coming next Thursday. It's the real tinkling of the piano. It's the Masters.
Yes, sir. Tiger Woods, y'all.
So that's now the first major, right?
Correct.
Was it always the first one?
No, they've mixed up the schedule. It's traditionally been the first, and the way they do it now is there's a major in April, May, June, and July.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you'll go. The PGA's in May. Father's Day, of course, is where the U.S. Open lies, and then the Open Championship in July across the pond.
I gotcha.
Yeah, thank you. A little late, but
they got it.
Hey, Lucas,
if you want,
unbelievable. This guy's unreal.
Hello, friends. If you want an early look at Augusta National, tomorrow is a fun event on television. It's an event created about 4 or 5 years ago. It's the Augusta National's Women's Amateur, ANWA. The final round will be tomorrow in Augusta.
Wow. Appreciate it. Well, appreciate that, Dibs.
Thank you.
All right. Well, your show, I believe, and this is just personally for Dibs, I just realized your show's going to be a little bit truncated today.
You know what that is, right, Steiny?
Oh, you do it or me.
You can do it.
It's a truncation sensation.
Look at
Hey, there we go. Welcome, Lucas.
Yeah. Hey, real quick. Did you like what Clay, how he trolled the Rockets?
Oh, yeah.
Don't start a topic.
No, but I
70 seconds
talk
left
to me
in.
when I'm on the core about Clay. He did the Rockets what they deserve. Come out and play. You don't even play.
All in good fun.
Yeah.
What Draymond did was the appropriate
Steiny
response.
loves that.
Which is, I love it. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Clay, the guy who is putting up 4 fingers in Phoenix when you're getting run out of the gym. And yes, you were playing, and this guy we've never heard of wasn't playing.
Tari Eason.
Let him spice it
Yeah.
up. Let Tari Eason spice it up. It's good for business.
But Udoka calling his team out is the great. We need more of that. That they were soft.
The Warriors getting offended by Tari Eason saying something. Who cares?
Well, now you're sounding like him.
Seems a little weak.
Oh boy.
You're celebrating.
that's left.
You're celebrating so much over being the 10 seed.
Grandi.
Come on.
That's all that's left for this once proud franchise
Hey,
to get into it
They
with
might
an
be the
11
8.
seed.
They might be the 8. We'll
No
see.
doubt.
We'll see.
All right, gents.
We'll be
you
listening,
have a great show, and,
All right,
and
gents.
apparently Guru will definitely be listening. And I will be